Alright guys, TacticalRab back again today. Hope you're all doing well and enjoying your day so far. And as the beef is kicking off in the Challengers front, Crimsix is also getting in on the action, having a few words to say to Donny Temp in a set of Pro Ace to spice up the rivalries ahead of the new season. Very much intrigued to your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, hitting the like button is the best thing you can do. Top of the channel recently, people, and hit that subscribe button as well if you have not yet already. Would really appreciate it. Let's just dive into things then. Of course, yesterday we looked at the fact that Rokkr might be starring in a Call of Duty movie. We saw scupper the guys when they did this Optic versus FaZe thing quite a while ago now. We're getting involved in stuff like this. Would be cool to see some of these guys involved. Like, who knows, it would be pretty funny to think about which actors might play, certain Call of Duty players if they want to go down a similar route like this, but unlikely to happen, of course. This also to mention, so the Challengers Elite is going on, and I believe what's happening here. So the Elite is officially on. We saw the teams that qualified just a few days ago. From now on, there's also going to be cups on the weekends that I'm pretty sure if you're an Elite qualified team, you can't compete in the cups anymore. So Doug, Santa Martin and co might have a good chance to actually win one of them. We'll have to see how that goes. But the Elite is effectively the 8 best teams from the regions. They compete in out kind of alongside the Pro League, which of course is starting for us in just a couple of days' time as well. But as Chrome points out, I thought it was kind of remarkable that, Shift and the rest of the guys, they're doing their best to promote this stuff on the socials. And the CDL hasn't even tweeted about it, right? The 3 pillars of the community, the pro, I guess it was the pros, the amateurs, and the community, right? The fans, I suppose. And it seems like depending on who you ask, at least, 2 or 3 of those might be getting rejected at the current time in terms of the resources that they might require. But still, great job to these guys, of course, keeping things ticking on that front. This also from Propercast. He's back in business as well. I thought this is pretty good with Vision, Shift, Proper, Infinity, and Prosper, of course, doing the stuff behind the scenes. So they're doing their best work once again for this season. It's good to see these guys back in business because they certainly work hard to keep the Challenger scene ticking over. And this was where the beef started to kick off last night. So this was honestly fantastic. I thought it was really entertaining. Fire 40 winner, he was on Paris Legion at the start of last year. Venom was a pro player as well for Los Angeles Thieves for a time. A player that the coaching staff and pretty much everyone associated with the organization really talked very highly of, right? JCap probably left him in the team for a reason, that and there was a lot of players who talked really highly of Venom, like his communication and what he did on the map. He made some right plays, but yes, his slaying it wasn't necessarily there. And when the opportunity came around to bring Huke into the team, to maybe bring Slasher back when we went back to LAN, they decided to get rid of Venom, put him back on the bench. But he was a great player to be on their team briefly. It's just a shame there wasn't expansion, right, for this guy to maybe get another shot this time around. But okay, yesterday's playing in this one. Fire 40, he comes up against him in a series, and he says the following: "Yo, missed up 0.40. I guess some people were probably memeing him like that when he was actually in the league for Paris, right? Fire at the start of last year, 5.40. Please win the map next time if you're going to talk like you're a god. Unfollow me too, brother," he says. So tweets a couple of these scoreboards out, right? The hard one and gathered too, just saying, okay, this map he goes 10-3 and Fire goes 3-7. You probably can't see the full scoreboards, but you kind of get the picture of this one. And then he tweets this out as well, which is a screenshot of a DM that I suppose was going down before everything kicked off here. So I'm pretty sure what this is implying. It says Fire wanted Venom to join Fire's team, but Venom was like, no, okay, I'm going to keep playing with the team I'm currently playing with, and good luck guys in the matches or whatever. So he says, if you'll need one for the cup, let me know. Me, you, Zaf and Hamza, all this type of stuff. Hell, get it over. Trust, he's a grown man, and he loves League of Legends, all that type of stuff. So he's basically saying, you choose that butterball, whoever you're playing with right now, over playing with us, what's going on? And then of course it goes on to win it regardless. And this was basically happening because there was a beef going down, right? Fire was maybe responding a little bit. Venom was saying, get my name out of your mouth, right? Stop talking trash on me. And then of course this starts happening on the Reddit, live a Fire and Venom beefing in the Challenger scene. So just entertaining stuff all across the park, frankly. But nothing new that we're not expecting to see at this point. Doug Santa Martin, he was also on the grind. He was popping some pieces right here, doing the usual. Just thought it was an entertaining clip to kind of throw in there before we talk about what Crimsix has been on about these last several days as well. So of course we know this No Pressure documentary is coming pretty soon, behind the scenes on what's going on with Crimsix. That's really exciting. I imagine they'll do it for the rest of the guys as well. And as Guy says, right, bro, I just saw the No Pressure trailer. This might be on Drive to Survive levels. So excited, love to see the content. So excited to see when this one does arrive. We imagine, I guess, in the coming days. I don't know. They might announce it after this first week or whatever New York are up to. They're doing some good things, especially on the content front right now. This also, as a couple of people pointed out to me, I thought was pretty good. So Crimsix has been trying his best to get fined these last couple of days. Deletes this tweet from yesterday, and then, as he points out right here, we want ranked to play everyone. Meanwhile, their time and effort goes into patterns like this. So I believe this pattern, I've seen this a while ago now. I forget exactly how long I saw it ago, and whether they actually use this in Call of Duty, I don't know. But as they say, they have patented, Activision Blizzard, the ability in a first-person shooter gaming environment when the first player hits his weapon at a target, the parameter defining the tolerance for how accurate the player's aim must be to hit the target is modified based on the acquired skill level of the player. So the idea is that if you're a good player, then you have to actually be more accurate, and maybe a bad player who's really new to the game, effectively the hitboxes they have are bigger than a good player. Now, look, whether they use that in Call of Duty, I don't know. Whether, whether they just use that in campaign or something, right, against the bots. Like, who knows what they're using this type of stuff for. But they have patented it. It's a possibility that they could put this into the game. And of course, they'll determine what's going on with skill-based matchmaking. And I'm pretty sure as well now, the skill-based matchmaking carries over between games. Because I believe when they brought skill-based matchmaking in properly back in Advanced Warfare, I think, time, when I got the game on PS3, the first couple of games I played, the people were bots. And then I started playing like against god tier players with 5 KDs. And then it didn't like, when I went straight onto Advanced Warfare on PS4, I also played against bots for the first couple of games and then against the same 5 KD lads. Whereas nowadays, I think the first pub I played on Vanguard, I was straight into the blender. So I don't know if they are actually doing that nowadays. I imagine they probably will. But this is the type of stuff they're working on, right? As opposed to stuff that actually, we might be interested in, the likes of ranked play. And well, as Crim says, it's actually impressive how clueless they are and how stupid we are to keep dealing with this type of stuff. So, Crim tweets this out. He doesn't want to get fined. He deletes it and, moves on with his day. But that's certainly not where he's, ended the stuff where he's been chatting about the last couple of days. So, playing some mates, of course, getting ready to go. We looked at last night the fact that, okay, Crimsix and the New York guys might not be in the best position going into this upcoming week of matches. Their practice hasn't been where it needs to be because, people haven't been playing, unfortunately, for whatever reason. Neptune and, Neptune apparently got some sort of injury going on. Hydra and Clayster have been under the weather. And Crimsix is sitting there thinking, okay, look, I'm just going to play as much COD as I can, get some 8s going and ready to go, even though apparently Clayster's been struggling to get some 8s going the last couple of days. Maybe some foreshadowing, frankly, for the rest of the season. But, a few words here from Crimsix, raging a little bit into mates over the last couple of days or so. Has a few words for Donny Temp as well.
Nice.
First one Clay.
Hold left. On a barn, hole. What? What is this server?
Oh, make sure don't.
Dude, hot.
Bro, what the f is this server?
Yo, one guy's backside water.
He's back P2, back P2.
Are you? Bro. No, I'm requesting this. Wait, no, how many? Wait. Fred, back me up on that, bro.
He's pushing you, dude.
I can't believe I pushed before you.
It's not that bad, dude. Hold on.
Back right, man.
No, you did on time, bro. He's one shot on time.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
I hit him.
We got a difficult situation here. Don't worry, I'll do it. Nice! Are you kidding me, Donnie? You suck! You suck! Oh my god! I was literally about to get a 3-piece. 3!
So this I thought was a fantastic throw that I don't think I've ever seen this before back in 2020. And my man's costing 0.5, 9 seconds and 0 defense to a screenshot from back in the Modern Warfare days, getting the hill at Crimsix, all this type of stuff. So I imagine these guys get on pretty well, pretty good relations between the two of them. But still, stuff like this is always entertaining, especially when these guys are going to match up at some point or another. I don't believe they're going to match up in the first stage, unfortunately, because of course every team only plays 5 other opponents throughout the entirety of the stage qualifiers, and then they go to the major. But of course, it's always possible that they match up at the major. That's why I thought it was kind of strange that the CDL was advertising the fact that there's going to be like an Optic FaZe match or whatever in May or something, or Optic, whoever it was, going to play in May, because more than likely they're going to play before then anyway in some of the majors, even if they're not officially scheduled or whatever that matchup actually was to play each other before then. Like probably at a major they're going to match up at some point or another. So of course we do get to see it, and this I thought was pretty entertaining. I did actually go and find it when New York and Paris first play, if of course the rosters are still together, which we imagine it probably will still be Temp versus Crimsix at this time. But this is, I believe, maybe the second week in March, because I believe it's March 3rd through to the 6th where the first major is, and then after that I'm pretty sure it's like straight away into the second week of, stage 2, the online qualifiers. This I'm pretty sure is the second week of that, and you can see that on Saturday, March the 19th, New York versus Paris. So maybe we're going to get to see these two guys matched up against each other here. This is kind of that weekend of matches, which is pretty cool. You can see ahead, like FaZe versus Toronto is this weekend as well, so some good matches that Seattle obviously could be pretty good as well. There's always going to be some good ones with the caliber of teams they are right now, but who knows how good these teams actually are by the time we get to this point. Maybe Paris are way better than we think they'll be and go into this series as favourites. Who knows? It is tough to predict. This is Clayster says though, because of course the last couple of days it's been apparently it's been pretty difficult to get Clayster involved in some scrims. He might not quite be feeling well enough yet, but he seems to be maybe getting back in business because, as he says, wish I had something to grind. Pubs and Warzone just ain't it. Feel like I should be playing Halo or another FPS. Lord, I can't even get 8s going 3 days before the season starts. So there has been 8s going to some degree over the last several days we have seen, but still isn't happening all the time. Basically calling out some other pro players, saying they're like, look, you know, you guys can't even get ace together. Like, you know, what are we playing at, right? 3 days before the season begins, you guys can't even get in a lobby to actually practice the game. And Clay's saying, okay, maybe Counter-Strike, maybe Valorant, whatever he wants to play. But of course, ranked play would be the number one thing you kind of want to play. But unfortunately, that's not a thing yet, which maybe is coming sooner rather than later. And as Jacob says, Halo tomorrow, question mark, you'll try to sabotage, I'm on to you, right? So Jacob's trying to get him off Call of Duty from the Los Angeles Thieves side. But well, apparently that's not going to work. Of course, these teams are going to match up sooner rather than later. And also this from Lionman, kickoff cards once again. I thought these are pretty beautiful. The Toronto guys, of course, win the entire thing. And then, well, Seattle Surge as well, the last two that he had yet to do. So here we go. It's Prid and Simp who, I mean, they were kind of the dominant forces. I really was impressed with Mack this weekend as well, or at least at the kickoff classic. I thought he was really good. I mean, his search and destroy stats are impeccable right here. But in terms of pure impact, or at least, you know, Prid and Simp definitely had to be up there, especially in a couple of the maps. And accuracy really was doing his job as well. Like, his stats aren't going to tell the whole story of what this guy brings to the team. Just, I don't really think there's many players at all that you could have put in accuracy shoes here and got the success out of these guys that he has done already. Like, he may be the only guy in the league that's actually capable of doing something like this and pulling it off. Now, you know, who knows if it worked in the long term. They made the grand finals, they didn't win, they fell short to these guys in Toronto. Like, I mean, once again, just killing it. CleanX, undoubtedly MVP of the tournament in my eyes. Like, I mean, yeah, he was a monster in all the game modes. No purple stats across the board here, but I guess they played so many series that, well, it's difficult to actually get to that level. But certainly great practice for these guys going into the start of the season. But very much intrigued to your thoughts and all this stuff in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, hit on the like button. Tell us the YouTube gods, this is a good video. I just like you should see it as well. And help grow the competitive Call of Duty community. Thank you much as always. Take care. And I will see you next time.